Recording.
Are we? Are we live?
No.
Oh. Does my head look red?
A little.
Does it match your hair?
Yeah, just a little. It matches my beard more than anything.
It's that bad?
Yeah. It's going to be worse on camera.
It probably is. It's probably going to look better than last week, though.
No.
No?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I've been doing some work today. Doing some yard work. Doing my own grass that you guys did not help me with.
Actually, you had 3 people help you move some rolls of grass.
Maybe like 2 rolls. They only did 2 rolls.
There's 30 when we got here.
You barely did anything.
I was rolling grass, but the difference.
So yeah, I've been doing some hard labor today. What have you guys done? A whole lot of nothing.
I was working on some air conditioners today.
Air conditioners, okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Jared? What have you
I was
done?
rolling that different kind of grass, if you know what I mean.
Whoa, censorship! Holy damn! What about games? Have you guys played any cool games lately? Nicholas,
Nope.
what have you played?
I don't really play video games anymore.
Get the fuck out!
I just watch
Get the
paint
fuck out.
dry.
You can't be on this channel anymore.
I mean,
Nope, get out.
what'd I play yesterday?
You play what was it called? BMG, right? Tell us about that game.
It's the game basically. You've played it before. It's
Like once, I don't really get the concept.
It's like a super realistic driving game, and you know your car can overheat, you can run out of gas. If you crash, it's gonna explode into a million pieces.
I like the police simulator part to it, like where you're
Chasing cars.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part is the only thing
I
I
suck at that because I crashed on the first turn.
There's a big community for that game.
I know.
I don't understand.
I watched a lot of videos on it. It's pretty awesome. I've been playing that game for like 7 years now.
Oh shit. What about you, Jared? Any cool games you played lately?
Just the ones for my channel. I go check that out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, go check out Naflarg's YouTube channel. He posted a banger today. What was the game called?
The one who pulls out the sword will be crowned king.
Yeah, that's the title, by the way. That's the title. Walk us through that game, because I really think it needs to be told. I mean, it's going to sound stupid at first, but you have to watch it to fully grasp it. But talk us through it.
Okay, so you're just standing there. You can't move. You can only move the camera, and there's a sword stuck in stone, and you have to pull it out by like clicking on it, and you can't let go or it falls down. You just have to keep pulling it up until you get it out.
That's the game. You're just pulling out a sword out of a rock. But it has a cool
Jesus
ending.
Christ.
It has a cool ending. It lasts what, 40 minutes,
Longer than it should.
depending on how quick you can get this.
How long was the
sword
video?
out.
40 minutes?
Well, I kept dropping it.
Jesus Christ!
But the cool part is they add this ending that you're watching it, right? And even me watching this video, I'm like, I'm feeling like I just conquered the world and I'm becoming a king. Like, I don't know. It had a cool little spin to it. I enjoyed it.
Like the only reason I beat it is because I saw that you can change the mouse sensitivity to like 900%, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I respect developers that come up with that small little games. You know,
It even has an online mode, if you can believe that.
we got to try that. We
Doing what? Just pulling swords
two
out together?
swords. You pull 2 swords at a time.
I
Who
vowed
does
never
it
to-
first?
I vow never to play that game again.
Well, I'd assume. I mean, if you guys do watch the video, there's. I don't want to spoil it, but something happens at the end to the king who was already there, and so I'm assuming online, if there's 2 of us, like that same aftermath would happen to the loser, right? It's probably like a race,
I don't know. That's probably some type of competition about it.
and then the winner is king of all the land.
I'm making my channel tomorrow.
Okay. No pun intended. What's it called?
I don't know yet.
I thought you were gonna do
You
like
heard it here, guys. Go subscribe to I Don't Know Yet. It's gonna be huge.
I thought you were gonna do like.
I only
writing
know
vlogs.
the concept of what the channel is going to be. That's all I got.
Okay, tell me what are you thinking?
Well, I get the Raptor back this weekend.
Raptor, and for those people
It's
out there that
My favorite
is it a
dinosaur.
Ford Raptor?
It's a Yamaha Raptor.
Yamaha Raptor.
It's a quad. It's an ATV.
Ooh.
And I'm going to be making moto vlogs. And that's all I got so far. Moto vlogs, maybe normal vlogs. Who knows?
Yeah. Awesome shit. You'll probably do way better than what I'm doing. But good shit.
I already got everything. I just need to buy the GoPro and the mount for it to mount onto the helmet.
So you'll be filming yourself riding.
Me, my buddies, exploring places out in our city, in the mountains that we live right next
Mountains of where?
to. White Tank Mountains
Ooh.
in Buckeye / Surprise. Very big mountains.
Oh, you didn't have to say the city. You could have just said Arizona, man.
Tell me your social next.
Gosh.
What's
What's your social security number? You have a license plate?
Hey, you know those are very big cities.
Not really.
I mean, especially because they'll be able to see in my videos.
I am not in Buckeye. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Nomad Show, episode 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate all the support. And yeah, we got a little bit to talk about today. It's not going to be your typical subjects, but it's all interesting to say the least. So, first I would like to say, we just got news that Jake Paul is going to be fighting Anderson Silva
My boy JP.
in a boxing match on October 29th, right here in Arizona where we live. Are you going to go to that fight?
I'm 100% going to that fight.
Are you going to go to that fight?
Probably not.
And why is that?
Because I don't feel like it.
So, is it safe to say you're not a Jake Paul fan?
No.
Okay. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't agree with everything he does, but he is an entertainer at the same time, and a lot of his fights do entertain me. Especially me being in the UFC world. He's been going against mainly UFC guys.
I'm a low game Pauler.
Oh my god, that was cringe. All right, guys,
Bringing
we're
it
out
back
of
to
here.
like 2019.
Yeah, I've been watching him. I mean, before he started vlogging, I was a big fan of Logan's stuff because he would just do these short 5-minute clips that were hilarious. I mean,
Fine.
No, not even the Vines. It was on YouTube. It was after Vine got canceled. But he would do these, it was like a Vine style, but he'd post them on YouTube, and it was fucking hilarious. And that's how I became a fan, because he was entertaining me.
He was just on the. He just did a podcast with Roman Atwood.
Who is that?
You don't know who Roman Atwood is?
Never heard of him.
Oh my gosh.
Who is he?
Roman Atwood is someone I grew up watching. If you ever heard me say "Smile More" or anything like that, just brand.
I've never heard you
vlogger.
say that once.
Yeah,
You always ask
I've known
me
you
who
my
the-
whole life. I've
You
never
always
heard
ask
of
me
that.
who the family is that I'm watching on YouTube. It's Roman Atwood's family. He does a podcast.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that.
He was just on Impulsive.
I didn't watch it yet. I saw the title, but I didn't know who he was. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but I'll give it a try. What is he famous for? Like, what does he do?
He used to do pranks back in the day, and then he went to daily vlogs. He did like 500 vlogs in a row. And then he
So
kind
another
of
vlogger.
stopped because he had a crazy stalker that would like shut off their power and do crazy stuff to their family.
Huh?
Yeah.
Again,
You
we
guys
do not live in Buckeye, people.
No, it was people like obsessed with like his wife Brittany or something, but it was like crazy stuff.
Shit. We're not gonna say my wife's name anymore. Crazy. But yeah, back to the Jake Paul fight. So as you guys know, I'm a huge UFC fan, and just thinking of Anderson Silva going against Jake Paul, I'm a little torn. I don't know how to feel about it because I would like to see Jake Paul win that fight, but I'd also love to see Anderson Silva win that fight and just keep dominating his boxing career. He's only had 2 fights recently. His first fight was against an actual boxer, and I think it went to decision, if I'm not mistaken. But I heard he, fucked him up pretty bad. And then, of course, he went up against Tito Ortiz, another MMA guy, kind of a wrestler, but he had a few brawls in his career. And he knocked him out in, I think it was under a minute. And that's probably what sparked Jake Paul to be like, hey, I want that guy next. Not to mention he's also 46 years old, so that could also have a factor. Because in his UFC heyday, he was knocking everybody out. Wouldn't even last past 2 rounds. And now he's aged. He lost his last 3 UFC fights, and I'm pretty sure that's why he had to leave. So it's going to be an interesting fight.
So who instigated this?
Probably Jake Paul.
Definitely, I would say Jake. But this has been talked about for a while. Even before Tyron Woodley, Jake was very vocal about wanting to fight him.
Didn't he have like a list of all the fighters he wanted to fight, and he was like, I'm one of the top people to fight?
Yeah, he called out Nate Diaz, Michael Bisping,
Conor
all these-
McGregor.
Conor McGregor. He never really called out Anderson Silva like publicly, but I know that was a fight he wanted. It's also a fight Logan wanted too.
I really want to see, after this fight, I want to see Logan fight KSI.
That won't ever happen.
It could, though.
They've done that twice.
No, Jake against KSI, not Logan.
You said Logan.
Did I?
Play it back. We have evidence.
I don't know who Paul. I don't know whose Paul is Paul. Who?
That's going to happen, but that's going to be next year. That's what they've already agreed
I
on.
think KSI wanted a few fights under his belt before he ended up fighting Jake.
Okay, so if they were to fight right now, who would win?
Jake.
I agree.
For sure, Jake, because he's...
Activity.
Because KSI's been doing music, the whole Prime drink.
He's an epic gamer.
He's been doing a lot of stuff on the side, not really boxing as much. But he just won 2
Does
boxing.
he still post on YouTube?
Yeah.
Like recently?
Yeah.
So he's still doing that?
He still does YouTube. He just had 2 boxing fights in one night and won both of them. But they're against like the worst.
I didn't buy it, but I
boxers
did. I
ever.
did watch the highlights, and there was some controversy, with that last fight he had. I know you probably didn't watch it, but
No.
let's be real. This kid KSI was fighting.
He was like the worst fighter I've ever seen.
They
I feel
said
like
it's a professional boxer, right? So they're saying, hey, he's going against a professional boxer. We look at this kid, and he looks about 12.
He looks like 12 and has never thrown a punch in his life.
And, I mean, he's like a twig. Like, I feel like even I could probably take him. But,
Of course we could take him. Are you serious?
I mean,
That dude? You hit him once, he's going to grab the back of his head.
that kid, I felt kind of bad, but it was also entertaining to watch. Like, I
Oh, it
was
was
very
hilarious.
entertained.
I didn't feel bad at all.
I mean,
KSI won.
he was getting knocked down repeatedly, and you could see in his face he didn't even want to keep fighting. But he kept going, and I respect anybody who wants to fight in the ring.
I mean, honestly, though, if we got into a ring like that, which would never happen, but
I'd get fucked up too.
like
We look the
I
same.
would get destroyed.
Yeah, there's always someone bigger, better, and stronger. But yeah, KSI beat 2 people in the same night because his original opponent flaked. So he kind of didn't have a lot of time to reschedule with a bigger name. So he did the next best thing, which is I'm going to fight 2 people in the same night, which no one ever does. And he won those. And he basically stated on his own, like, hey, if I'm going to fight Jake Paul, it's going to be next year. We're going to plan it big. I need to get a little bit better. Like he's admitted, he hasn't been as active. He wants to wipe the dust off before he goes into that fight. I don't think it's a bad play. He has been busy. That's not probably a move I would do.
Really quick, have you ever tried Logan and KSI's Drink Prime?
No, but they just recently brought it to Arizona, I believe.
I tried it for the first time last week.
Is it worth it?
It is 1,000% worth it.
Have you had Body Armor?
Yes, it's a lot better than Body Armor.
That's my drink. And is it better than Body Armor?
It's a lot better than Body Armor.
Okay, what flavor did you try?
I tried the blueberry, the apple, and the...
So the blue one's good?
Blue one's by far my favorite.
Would you try it?
I don't even know what the hell we're talking about.
It's
All right.
like a hydration drink.
They came out with a
Gatorade,
new
Body
hydration
Armor,
drink.
It's kind of like that.
So like an energy drink?
No,
No,
it's a hydration drink. It's like
hydration,
Gatorade,
like for sports.
Powerade.
Like Gatorade. That Powerade you drink, they basically made something like that.
It's just a lot more healthy. It's not as much sugar. It's made out of coconut water. It's really good for you.
Yeah.
Tastes really good.
They came together, Logan and KSI, and made a drink.
They're like best
They're
friends
business
now.
partners now.
Oh, I thought they were like mad at each other or something.
Not anymore.
No, they're like best friends. When KSI won his last match, Logan Paul went up into the I think he went up there and held up KSI's his hand too once he won.
Once they made their money, they were allowed to be friends again.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I mean, no, in all reality, if you've ever been in a lot of fights like I have, if you fight somebody that much, I mean, they went, 2 fights? How many rounds was it?
I don't remember how many rounds.
I think it was like
but
8 and 8, right? Something like that.
No, I think it was probably like three
No,
rounds.
It was more than 3. But you share the ring with somebody like that. I mean, you can't not respect somebody. Even if you lost, there's still a respect factor there.
What are the chances this ends in a tie?
There's no way. I don't think it'll end in a tie.
No, I think someone's getting knocked out. I definitely think it will end in a KO. I just don't know which side. But that's what makes it a good fight is
I want to see Jake do really good.
you got pros and cons on each side. I mean, you got a young, hungry guy full of money, able to train, do nothing but train and get better every day. He's also gaining experience along the way. And then you got this older UFC legend who used to knock everyone out. And we're going to see who wins. I'm going to try and be there for sure. It's going to be awesome night.
Oh, I'll quit my job if I have to. I'm going to be there.
Maybe not, because it's probably going to be really expensive.
I'll still be there.
Well, I mean, it's a Gila arena, so I don't see it being... I've been to a lot of fights there. I don't see it being too bad.
I've been there a few times. Most tickets aren't.
Just go to the nosebleeds.
But with this match, I think it'll be expensive.
Just go to the nosebleeds. That's what I do.
Just
There's a
don't-
jumbo TV. I mean, it's not that bad. But on other notes, Jeremy, we got some interesting, an interesting trailer that we watched. Walk us through it.
Do you guys like honey?
Yeah.
No, I hate honey.
No, I go to the farmer's market and I'll go to the farmer's market here in our little city. I like to buy honey there.
Where are we going at with honey? Though?
I don't know. I don't know
Someone
why you
else
asked
who-
that question.
There's someone else who likes honey, and that's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
I was like, if you need a recipe, I use it in my smoker.
We'll
Smoke things.
We'll exchange that later. But anyway,
Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Why are we bringing up Winnie the Pooh? But he's about to explain it.
Right before this, we watched a trailer for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's a movie that's going to come out. That's a horror movie based on Winnie the Pooh.
And I love Winnie the Pooh. That was my childhood. I was quite fazed by it, to be honest. I'm like seeing these characters that I grew up watching, and then they turned them into like a horror film.
I'll be honest, I didn't really like that concept of Winnie the Pooh killing people.
Well, I think
Are you triggered?
it could go really two ways. It could be god awful and just horribly done, or it could be really fucked up and crazy.
But like that was my childhood buddy. I don't want to see him murdering people.
I'm all about it.
I only saw one character, right? Or did we see two?
There was two.
Yeah.
Who was with him?
I don't know. I'm not refreshed on my Winnie the Pooh.
Well, you got
lore.
Piglet, you got
I
Eeyore,
think it was Piglet.
you got Tigger, you got Winnie the Pooh, you got
I think I saw a pig in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely saw Tusk.
So Piglet got older, huh?
I don't know.
Damn. But anyway, so we started talking when we saw the trailer, and we're like, "Wow, I can't believe like Disney's allowing this.
How is this able to happen?
How is this happening? Like, you'll never see, Snow White get slaughtered by the seven dwarves. Like, how is this going to happen?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that would be a cool movie. I mean, hey, Disney.
That would be a cool movie.
Hell yeah. Like a horror film. Like you're wandering through the woods, you come up on this haunted house, and then you go to sleep in it, and you wake up and there's seven crazy dwarves trying to kill you. Like,
Cinderella gets that glass shoe, cuts it up, and like, let's get it on. That's what I want.
kills the stepmom.
Yeah.
And the sisters.
Oh my God.
That would be. I think horror works in Disney movies. I think they
does
just
not.
need to do that.
Aren't the original stories like based off like horror stuff?
No.
No.
Oh,
Not
like
at
the
all.
original books that Disney was inspired by all these stories.
I don't think
No.
so. No.
That's
What are
definitely
you
true.
No, that's not.
People know watching this that's true.
Okay, then they're going back to the roots. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, walk us through how Disney is going about making this movie, if they are, or who is making this movie.
So, the people making this is some studio in like Britain or something, and they're allowed to make this because the copyright law ran out on Winnie the Pooh.
Oh shit!
That's what happened.
So Disney is
they
not a
turned
part
him
of it.
into a killer?
But now Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain, and anybody can do anything they want with Winnie the Pooh.
I wonder whose idea it was when they saw that. Let's just turn him into a killer.
I love it. I love it so much.
Wow.
But so Disney's not a part of it at all, right?
Yeah.
Now, how does one of the largest business not have the copyright to their own product?
So I'm not a lawyer, but I read up a little bit on it, and pretty sure how it goes is that like way back when Disney first had everything, originally like the copyright law was like it lasted like the author who made it, his life plus like 14 years after that, and that was running up. And so Disney like goes to like Congress or something. And it's like I want to extend it, and so they keep extending it to where it's eventually like the author's life plus like 70 years. And that time has finally come up for Winnie the Pooh and also Bambi.
Great, they're going to turn Bambi into a psychopath killer now.
No. Here's how you do Bambi. The hunter wins. Bambi gets fucking shot. Your beloved character because I'm a hunting man myself, but I would love to see. I've always said this. I want to see Bambi get freaking
What is
murked.
wrong with you?
Or Bambi gets his revenge.
Listen, I'm all for people going out and getting their own food. Everyone eats meat. They're
yeah,
just
it's
not
awesome,
doing,
but
they're
little
not doing
Bambi,
the work.
you want to shoot and kill little Bambi?
No, I'd wait for he's full grown. Got some meat on him to put in my freezer. He's big. He's got antlers. And then bam, the very end, the hunter gets the kill.
Oh my god!
That'd be awesome.
All right.
That'd be awesome. But anyway, back to what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe we still could see some attempt by Disney to maybe try and extend the copyright law again so that they could keep everything. But as of right now, you can take what you want with Winnie the Pooh and Bambi and do whatever you want.
Okay, so these guys in Britain, do we know of any of their history movies, like what they made before?
No,
Are they like new?
I have no idea. They're in another place across the pond.
Across the pond. So yeah, they took the opportunity. I don't know how they found out about this. I guess somebody was doing their research and they found out they could just take the title and they're not going to get claimed or anything.
I'm never gonna let my son watch that movie.
We're definitely watching that movie.
Yeah, we will definitely watch it. Hopefully we review it. If it's bad, it's bad. We'll say it. If it's good, we'll let you guys know. But I think it's coming out soon. I mean, they just released a trailer, so we have that to look forward to.
Now, what do you guys think about like Disney just keep going to Congress and extending the law so that they can just keep all the rights to a character? Do you guys think that sucks or that's fine?
I don't see a problem with it. I mean, I'm sure they paid big money back then when they got the title, so
I mean, that's their character. Don't try and rip off.
now they
their
didn't.
stuff.
Disney didn't make them. It was done by an author, right, who made a book on them.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So Disney didn't come up with these characters, but I'm sure there was a sale and they purchased it from the author, and that's how they took control over it. But
Yeah.
if they paid the money, I mean, they obviously made the right move, and it's theirs. So you can't fault them. I mean, I think they need to go about it the right way. If they're having this issue to where somebody else is making a movie on their character, somebody messed up, somebody needs to be fired and probably hire somebody that could do the job right.
Personally, I think it's bull crap.
Why?
I mean, we have laws for a reason, and you can't just update and invent new laws just so you can keep a monopoly on all the little characters.
Okay, but I mean,
Let's
what
say
do you mean
you-
laws? They're not changing
But let's
laws.
say you made up a character, and other people are just out there using it to turn it into something completely it's not.
Well, that wouldn't be possible because the author gets claim over it until they're dead. And 70 years after that. If I'm dead, I don't care what you do with my work. I definitely wouldn't want it to just be kept by one company milking it for everything it's got.
But isn't that what he got himself into? I mean,
What?
isn't that what the creator wanted? I mean, he sold it.
I don't think he originally sold it to Disney himself.
Okay, so he sold it to somebody else, and then that
Yeah.
person sold it to Disney.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he gave it up.
Then
That's
I
all
guess
on
at
him.
that point, screw it.
It's all on him.
Yeah, Disney has kept it for this long, but why do they have to make up why do they have to have Congress make up new laws just so they could keep it? Why can't they just let other stuff run? Why can't they let stuff run out? Like Sherlock Holmes was something where the creator of that tried to extend that, but they lost on it. And
Why?
I didn't look up the case specifically, but they just lost a case for extending that, and Sherlock Holmes is public domain.
I don't really know anything about all that stuff.
I don't see an issue with it, but
Down with big business. Take down the mouse.
whoa, we're gonna get kicked. we're gonna get.
He doesn't like big businesses, if you can tell.
No, there's a lot of people like that. I mean, I'm same way, but to a certain degree.
Me, I don't really care about much.
You don't care about anything. You just want to be on your quad.
I just want to just have fun, ride my quad, chill out with my kid.
I mean, it's
leave me alone.
It's not like Disney can't do they still own the right to their version of Winnie the Pooh, but
yeah, they could still do whatever they want.
so what's wrong with other people being able to do stuff as well?
I don't know. I'm always
for stuff like this. I mean, they're making a horror film from Winnie the Pooh. Maybe that's not how they want their characters to be seen. Because now, when a little kid goes to Disneyland and goes to the Winnie the Pooh section, they're going to be frightened to death, thinking they're going to kill him.
Well, they didn't invent those characters.
No, but I mean,
kids nowadays don't know that.
Yeah, my daughter watched it, and now she won't mess with a clown.
So
you let her watch it?
I didn't allow it. She just happened to be in the living room when I was watching it. I don't know.
My kid's not brave enough to
Listen,
watch it.
if she says she wants to sit down and watch a scary movie, I'm not going to say no. She's going to find out herself why she shouldn't have watched it. But, yeah. I don't see an issue with it at all. But agree to disagree, right?
I don't know. I love Disney too much.
Yeah, they make some good shit.
And they can still do their same stuff, but other people can now too.
Listen, if someone rips off and turns Moana into a killer, I'm going to be upset.
Now, if we're talking about... All right, so this just brings up another subject, though. But in the video game world, I do have a problem with it. Like EA being the only person to make, Madden games. I would love to see other people tackle on that game. But we're not getting that, at least for a while, until 2K fucking gives us something. But in that regards, I could see where you're coming from.
I mean, what? Just because Disney has owned everything and you're familiar with it, that it should just stay the way it is?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying...
Oh, I'm saying that all the way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's because you need to have your kid to watch something.
Yeah.
Moana.
Listen, Moana's a great movie.
It is.
Why are you laughing? It's a
it.
Fantastic movie.
I love Moana.
I have to basically... I was watching that 4 times a day with my kid.
Dad life. Right now I'm going through the Sing 2 phase, and I can't get my daughter to watch anything else. But luckily there's some good music in it. So
I mean, it's kind of good, but not better than Moana.
What about you, Jared? What's your favorite Disney movie? I know you have one.
I'm more of a Mulan kind of guy. I like my Disney princesses to be able to murder people viciously.
I mean, using an avalanche, I wouldn't say that's viciously, but...
You know what movie?
They all froze to death.
Not all. They managed to let the freaking leader get
Do you want to know what movie that my son has gotten into now?
What?
He's...
Star Wars.
No, I mean, he kind of likes Star Wars, but one of my friends showed him The Incredibles. And now he's big into The Incredibles. Only the first one, not the second one. He doesn't like the second one. He likes the first one.
I love The Incredibles.
Yeah, it still holds up.
I wish they made more. I mean, they just released the second one, last year?
Not last year, but...
I think it was a few years ago. He doesn't like the second one, but he loves the first one.
Speaking of Star Wars, what do you guys think about the new Andor series coming out on Disney Plus?
Next to nothing about it.
Did you like Rogue One?
Give us a refresher on that.
Did you like Rogue One?
I thought it was meh.
Because everyone is switched. They're no longer original trilogy fans. They're Rogue One fans. And I agree, it's a really good movie. But anyway, they love those characters so much that they're making Andor series, which is focusing on the main guy in Rogue One. And the whole show's going to be about him and just more on the ground stuff that happened before Rogue One, I guess. So it's...
I mean, I can sit back and watch all the old Star Wars, but all the new stuff I can't watch.
What about prequels?
I mean, maybe, but...
Get out of my office.
All the older stuff I like.
I can't do this anymore.
All the older stuff I like, new stuff, it ain't... Nah.
My man.
I liked Obi-Wan.
It was decent.
I liked that, but Other than that, nah.
I'm the type of Star Wars fan that I'll never complain fully about what has happened. I just love that we're still getting Star Wars content. Because I remember back in 2006 when I watched Revenge of the Sith, I was like almost in tears thinking, wow, this is going to be the last movie I see in the theater of Star Wars. And luckily, thanks to Disney, we're still getting some content. It may not be the best, but
if you bring it back to that era, that's what I like.
Well, it will be. And actually, it's going to be the first Star Wars creation where they're using all live sets. So like an actual forest. It's not built. It's
that might be pretty cool.
It's
actually.
real live sets. And I think it's going to look amazing. And it's going to be more like Rogue One style, like boots on the ground, like you got your mercenaries, fighting stormtroopers and shit. And it'll be a nice little take. And we're getting like 18 episodes.
I think they'll have to really pull me back because I think I don't like most stuff that's been coming out nowadays with Star Wars.
Okay, what about Lord of the Rings? We just got what is it called? Ring of Power?
God,
Rings of Power. We're not going to dive in fully on it because we are saving that for
Lord of the Rings is so bad.
Get out of my office.
Now hold on.
Get out of my office right now.
Which movies are you referring to? The original trilogy, The Hobbit, or the show that just came out?
All of it.
Get out.
Like.
What about Harry Potter? Do you like Harry Potter?
This is a travesty I cannot abide.
We might
Harry
have to kick
Potter,
you out.
I read one book, and after that, just nothing for me.
The movies. Did you like the movies?
No.
Get out.
Harold Potter.
I can't get into that type of stuff. You got to realize something here. I'm not big into that type of thing.
What?
Okay. So what are you big in? Dragon Ball Z? Did you see that trailer?
Just now, yeah.
Just now we did. Yes, we did. Talk us through it. I'm not as involved in Dragon Ball Z as I used to.
Well, I didn't know it was a thing, and right before we started, I looked it up. It's already in theaters.
I told you, but you didn't listen.
Yeah. So
it's already out. What's it called?
It's Dragon Ball Superheroes, I think.
Terrible name.
Okay, so I left off. What's the last? What we were talking about?
You left off on the Dragon Ball Super Battle of Gods arc.
And I haven't even finished that yet, so I'm pretty far behind, right?
You are very, very far behind.
Listen, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was a kid, and I love the Majin Buu series, and that's where I stopped.
We all grew up on Dragon Ball Z, but it's still going. It's still awesome.
I stopped in Majin Buu series because that was my favorite series, and I was scared where it was going, and I just stopped watching it. And apparently, it's still doing good.
Yeah, it's gotten definitely crazy because I don't want to spoil it for you, even though I know you're not gonna watch it.
I'll watch it eventually.
No, you won't. But it's they revisit future Trunks.
That's been done.
He comes back though with another, villain after the androids.
Is he bad?
You want me to tell him his name?
No.
You're not gonna watch it.
No. No spoilers. No spoilers. No.
Can I just tell you the name?
No. All right, fine.
It might give away a lot. It probably will. His name is Goku Black.
What the fuck? What does that even mean?
His name is Goku Black. That's one of the villains of future Trunks when they bring him back.
So and like Zamasu, a multiverse in Dragon Ball Z? Is this like another form of like Goku?
Yes. It all happens in Dragon Ball Super.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
There's something called the Tournament of Power where all the universes fight against each other.
I don't like it. That's why I stopped in Majin Buu.
What do you mean you don't like it? Why?
Why do you even need to go there? Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, somebody's here to destroy the Earth, and
that can only be done so many times.
No, keep doing it. It works.
It doesn't just work. Now they're
just
like...
find another cool evil person. Majin Buu was awesome. Cell was awesome. Frieza was awesome.
They bring
Cooler
Frieza
was
back.
awesome.
Frieza comes back.
How many times is he going to come back?
A lot.
But the dude doesn't die.
No, they
stop bringing the good evil guys back. Like, leave them dead. Leave their legacy dead.
Technically,
don't bring someone back just to get
Frieza has a whole new transformation.
Oh my god.
He's gold now. It's called Golden Frieza.
What, because Cooler was silver? He had to one-up him or what?
No, he became gold because he wanted to show his power and where he is on the...
Listen, watch the dude die. Like, how did he survive? How did they explain that?
They brought him back with the Dragon Balls.
Okay, that makes sense.
Only two, I forgot their names, that came to Earth, but they came to Earth, used the Dragon Balls, brought him back. He trained for like 4 months or so, came to Earth, blah, blah, blah. Was killed, and then they needed him for the Terminator power. He stayed dead, so he had a halo, so they could bring him down to Earth. It's 130-something episodes that you got to catch up on.
Holy shit. All right. I have a lot of work to do.
I'll be honest. I think I've watched most of Super, and I don't really care for most of it.
Why? It's so good.
The writing is just not there. I'll be honest.
What do you mean? What's wrong with the writing?
The scale of power gets to where they just keep inventing new forms for Goku and Vegeta, and it just makes everyone else less and less relevant. Like, it's just pretty much the Goku
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Vegeta
Like,
show.
I get it. All right, you can bring people back with Dragon Balls. Goku's been brought back plenty of times, and same with other characters. But I feel like each section of Dragon Ball Z, and every villain you get is like it's a legacy in itself, and they need to not ruin their legacy and keep bringing those people back. I get the main character has to come back, and they do that a bunch. But people like Frieza, Cooler, Cell, like, leave them dead. Don't mess with them again. Get creative. Bring up some new cool characters.
Well, you want to know who the strongest is now? His name is Jiren. He's stronger than gods.
And he's probably my most hated villain ever.
Never heard of him.
Oh,
Is that the guy in the trailer we just watched?
No.
So is this new movie? Is it?
I think this movie's more.
It's probably in its own little
of,
generation, right?
I think it's more based off Gohan being a main character because originally Toriyama wanted Gohan to be the main character instead of Goku. Goku was supposed to die off pretty early in the series and have Gohan be the main character.
Which kind of happened a little bit.
So I'm pretty sure this movie is supposed to be about Gohan and Piccolo. From what I've seen in the trailer, I have to go watch it here soon since it's out in theaters. But
should we review it?
Is the English out in theaters yet?
Yes, it is. But I'm pretty sure this movie is supposed to be about more Gohan. It looks like he has a new transformation, but I'm not 100% sure.
It wouldn't be a Dragon Ball movie with.
I do know Piccolo has a new transformation because in the trailer he looked a little goldish, yellow.
It looked a little sickly.
Piccolo's a bitch. I don't like what they did with him.
What do you mean?
They made him like this horrible character that just came and defend himself.
Don't blame Piccolo for that. Blame the writers. He did that.
That's what I mean.
You need to watch the Terminator Power.
I haven't watched it.
Watch it. You'll see.
I've watched enough to just know that Piccolo came.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't. Watch the Terminator Power.
Watch Dragon Ball. His species were the most powerful there were. They were right up there with Saiyans, and then they just went to Dragon Ball Z, and then...
Actually, were they ever really up there with Saiyans?
Their knowledge is incredible, but...
What they did in that series, yeah.
Because you got to think about it. And
then again, Goku
the Namekians
was a kid,
only... The Namekians have certain clans, like you have I'm pretty sure it's like a fighting clan and certain things like that, or you just have certain Namekians in all clans that can only fight. Because like Nail, he was one of the top fighters in Namek, and he fused with Piccolo.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I still have some catching up to do.
You got a lot of catching up to do.
I will say the one big thing I like from everything Dragon Ball Super is the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I did really enjoy that.
Is that what I watched?
They brought back Gogeta.
My favorite.
See, that was my era. I love that stuff.
Well, Gogeta's back.
I own that movie.
So I just watched the TV show, right? I didn't get into the movie.
No.
Okay.
I actually just bought that movie like a week ago.
Is the movie after the show, or is it the movie then the show?
Yes.
It's after the show.
Because in the show they meet for the first time.
No.
Yeah.
So
they didn't know who they.
Broly?
Yeah. Oh no! I'm thinking of somebody. My bad. I'm thinking of someone else.
So basically, here I'll tell you kind of what the movie's about.
Did you ever see the other Broly movies back when?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so he doesn't know much about Dragon Ball Z. I
haven't watched the
fanboy.
movies. I watched the TV show.
So, well, here's the new Broly movie. It's more Frieza finds him. Frieza comes back.
So that's where he comes back.
No. He came back for the Tournament of Power.
He came back another time.
No, let me finish. He came
Holy
back
shit. This one
for the Tournament of Power. Just for 24 hours, just like they did with Goku and the Buu Saga. 24 hours. That's all he had for the Tournament of Power.
Okay.
And at the very end, they bring Frieza back for helping. And he goes on his way, and he finds Broly and Broly's dad. What's his name? It's I forgot his name.
I don't remember.
But they train. No, they don't train him.
You get to see.
But they basically they go to
Planet Vegeta.
What?
You get to see in the past Planet Vegeta.
Yeah, kinda. But they take him to Earth to fight Vegeta and Goku, and they have to fuse. It's pretty crazy and pretty awesome.
Maybe I'll watch it. You'll have to give me the timeline.
You can watch it tonight.
You'll have to give me the timeline.
I would.
It's after the Tournament of Power. It's after Dragon Ball Super.
Like I didn't.
Oh, so I'm not even close to that yet.
Well, I didn't finish Super, and I was able to watch it and know what was up.
Well, wasn't Broly revealed like way back in the day?
Was he what?
Didn't he have like?
He was only a movie character.
Oh, he wasn't in the shows?
No.
He wasn't talked about?
No.
I could. Oh.
He wasn't canon until like right after, basically when this movie came out. I don't think he'll ever be canon though.
Actually, doesn't this movie make him canon? The newest, the Super.
I don't know if this is. I don't know if Dragon Ball Super Broly's canon.
I think it is.
It could be. I don't know.
All right, we're getting off subject though. But the trailer we just watched, the new one.
I mean,
what's your feelings on it?
I think it's not more centered towards Goku and Vegeta like everything else is. I think it's more centered towards Gohan and Piccolo.
Do you think it's going to flop?
I mean, it's hard to tell because they're bringing back their Red Ribbon Army from, when Goku was a little child.
Just pretty much like the go-to evil bad guy.
Basically, but I don't know. Just it doesn't feel like the natural Dragon Ball Z.
Like, aren't they doing some kind of weird, like, instead of like hand-drawn animation, it's like CGI or something? Like,
it looks like it, but
it looked badass. The fight seems like cool.
It looked kind of weird to me. It would be hard to get used to that.
Another thing, stop making these god-awful Dragon Ball Z games, okay?
It's really the same thing.
It's the same.
It's like Madden
every freaking time.
It's exactly like Madden.
And if you're gonna do that, do it to the best of your abilities. Don't just fucking put out the same shit. I mean, I like the game where you kind of make your own character. What's it called?
Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
Yes, the second one though.
What about
Xenoverse 2? That was a good game.
Did
you play it?
I played every single Dragon Ball Z game
except Kakarot.
Except Kakarot,
which I played.
Okay, and what was it? The same shit, right?
Actually,
no.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it was kind of like a retelling of the main story, except they made it into more of an RPG game. Actually, I think like if the game's on sale, it's a good pickup.
Okay, I didn't play that one because I've been so pissed off with Dragon Ball Z.
They kind of reanimate the cutscenes of the story, and I actually think it looks better than the original stuff.
Well, what's the new one coming out? They have another one.
Breakers?
Yes.
That's a completely different thing.
So they're trying something new finally.
I don't even think it's like some small company like.
It's not anything good.
Okay.
It's no bueno.
I would love a good Dragon Ball Z game.
Maybe
Kakarot's it. I would have to try it now.
Do you remember the old Dragon Ball Z games?
Yes.
Raging Blast.
Those were good.
Raging Blast.
I don't know about that one.
It was like back in the day when I was like kindergarten, first grade. You and Mike used to play them all the time.
We were huge fans.
That was like the big games that I liked of Dragon Ball Z.
But if you look at the games they're still coming out with, it's the same as.
It's basically the same
shit.
thing, but I don't know. I liked it back then.
Xenoverse, I liked being able to create your own character, but they even had their own story elements kind of.
Yeah, you were like time
but,
traveling, weren't you?
But they still just like most of the story was just going back and revisiting the old story, which I think is awesome.
I still have a lot of friends playing Xenoverse 2.
I mean, I played Xenoverse 2 about a month ago, but
The playability's there.
I keep trying to upgrade my character.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments, guys, if you want us to review Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Superhero.
Superhero.
The name is trash.
It's a weird title. Let us know what you think of it. If you like the trailer, if you like what you saw, if you like that Goku probably will not be the main character in it.
I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's Gohan and Piccolo.
Yeah.
You'll probably see a little bit of them.
But I like that they're taking a different approach. I can respect that.
They've only been getting told that by everybody for years.
Yeah, so I'm all for it. I'll try it out. If
I
it
just hope-
sucks, we'll let you know.
I hope Gohan doesn't use his ultimate form throughout the entire thing, so I'm kind of getting over that form a little bit.
Well, you're the expert now, so
I hope he
Ultimate.
gets
we'll see what happens.
super ultimate.
Ultimate Blue.
No.
Oh, but it looks like we have ran out of time,
I think
guys.
this one actually kind of flew by.
Sorry we talked your ears off with more nerd shit.
Sorry we scared you with the anime talk.
But again, that's what we're all about. So if you enjoyed it, let us know in the comments section. Let us know what you guys think. And as always, we're not going to ask you what to do. But if you like our content and you want to subscribe, you're going to know what to do. Thank you guys. Peace.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Wow.